Hello, everybody. Very good evening. It's 6 p.m. now, and you are watching the free masterclass from Coding Invaders. All right. So, before I start, guys, I just wanted to quickly check if you guys can see me or hear me well properly. If yes, then please let me know in the comment section so that accordingly I'll just start this particular masterclass because this masterclass is one of the is going to be one of the best masterclass for all of you because we are bringing a guest speaker who is directly from Microsoft and she will be telling you how exactly you can use the Power BI. So guys, just let me know in the chat section if you guys can see me or hear me well, or if there are any difficulties or the problem you are facing in mic. So you can please let me know. So I can see a good bunch of people have already saying yes, so they are able to see me or hear me well. Perfect. So let's get started without wasting any much time. So what exactly we are going to do? So we are going to learn exactly about the data analytics dashboard. Although I will be discussing that what exactly data analytics is, how we can become that, why it is a high paying, how we can get this thing done, and how exactly we're going to study it, right? So we're going to discuss that also, but specifically we will also learn one tool in 30 minutes. So the only reason why we are doing this, so that you should understand that it is a doable thing and it is a learnable skill, and for all those who thinks that data analytics is one of the very complex thing, and for sure it's not easy, but it's not tough also. So you will be able to understand one tool in 30 minutes, and that will give you an idea, also motivation to take more decisions. So all the people who are just sitting and looking for a validations from the expert, she will be coming and telling you each and everything. And I will be definitely asking a lot more questions to her from easy or medium or tough questions. Whatever you guys will also ask, I will pass on the same question to her, and we're going to have a very fruitful session, and we're going to discuss a lot more things. And I will make sure that this session gives all answer to your questions. All right, perfect. So let's get started. So, guys, this is me. My name is Amir Akhtar, and I'm a career consultant. I have helped more than 200 plus people in getting a job in IT as a data analyst. Also, I do content creation as well. So, I have total 5 years of experience, and with this particular 200 transitions, I have almost got a multiple objections and the problem that every single person is facing when they're in the age of 24 to 34, kind of challenges, hesitations, myths, misconceptions, whatever the problem they have, they share with me, and accordingly we know how to deal with it and we can solve it out. So the reason why I'm mentioning this, because I will be able to relate with you much better. So feel free to say your problems, your issues, what you have, or whatever the doubts you have, or maybe don't feel shy, just say, so that accordingly we can understand and help you to, so that you can start taking some serious decisions. So for all the people who wants to connect with me, so this is my Instagram link. You can reach out to me. You can DM me, text me. I would love to help you all, because I know one day everybody's gonna grow, and I would be happy to be the part of your journey for sure. All right. So the link is there in the chat section. You can definitely reach out to me. All right. Perfect. So some of you are saying that having trouble into the connection. Some of them are saying that their videos are stuck. So can a good bunch of people can tell me that if you guys can literally see me or hear me well? If yes, then definitely I'm going to continue with the same pace, because Charan is saying that speak loudly, sir. Okay. So Mukesh is saying, where is Shailja ma'am? Can't see her. Definitely she is coming. She's let's let the slide come. She will definitely come. So I guess everybody's saying all good, and everybody okay, perfect. So good bunch of people are saying that everything is perfect. So let's not wait, and some people might face a problem. But guys, I have some surprises for you, all of you. I hope you have seen the advertisement and you know that as well. So just in 1 minute, I'm going to announce that particular surprise for all of you. Because if you have given your time over here, because see, nowadays the things have been so spoiled that people are busy, like in the very destructive way. But right now, if you're watching me right now in this particular webinar, definitely you are very much serious. So I'll make sure that I'll give you one surprise also, and I will make sure that in just 1.5 hours you're going to get the maximum value for sure. All right. So before I start, let me just understand all of you, so that accordingly I will be deriving the whole webinar. So I just wanted to know that what exactly your age is, and from which city you guys are. Just tell me, so that that will give me an idea about the age demographics, so that accordingly I'll derive the whole webinar, so that it will make maximum sense to you. So the poll is on your screen, guys. Okay, so poll is there. So I can see the age demographics. So it is in between 20 to 30. So the maximum audience are either students who are in final year, or they are just joined, or they are actually having some little experience, right? So that's perfect. That's perfect. So you guys are quite very much eligible. So audience are from Andhra Pradesh, Varanasi. I'm also from Varanasi, and Rashmita, and Kerala, Bangalore, Patna, Kerala, Hyderabad, Kannur, Gokul. Perfect. So it means that we are all from, like, all over the India. That's really interesting. Somebody's from Chennai and Jammu as well. All right. So guys, thank you so much for interacting with me. Let's get started. Why we are conducting this particular masterclass? We are conducting this masterclass to support our data analytics course from Coding Innovators. The speciality of this particular course is that we give 80% of practical based learning, where you will be going with 1500 plus assignments and 10 real projects, mentorships and career centers, so that you get 100% job guarantee. I'll explain you how we are very much confident about job guarantee and how exactly it will work. Definitely I'll tell you. For that, you need to stick with me till the end. And 93% of our students are placed into the big companies, and I'll show you the data as well. Now the biggest announcement to all of you is, just because you have given your precious time over here and you are listening to me, so I'm going to give one biggest announcement, is that I am going to start one contest right now. The link is there in the chat section. Go fill it up, because after this particular webinar, that is after a Q&A session, because there will be Q&A session just after 30 minutes, we will be having Q&A session. Once we will be having a Q&A session, after Q&A session, I'm going to share my screen. All the people who have participated in this particular contest, that is, the link is there in the chat section. You can fill it up with all your details, and then I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to choose one person, and I'll make him win the premium data analytics course of Coding Invaders, that too for free, with guaranteed job agreement. Proper agreement he will get before enrollment, and every single clause is written over there that you will 100% get it for sure. All right. So there are some factors out there. That's the specialty about the job guarantee batch of Coding Invaders. So you will be getting this for free. The one of you will get it for free. All right. So you can try your luck. Meanwhile, you are listening to our session. Meanwhile, you are observing that what exactly we are discussing. You can try your luck as well. Because last time what happened, the person who entered at the end actually won the whole contest. And this contest I am starting right now, and it will be end after 40-45 minutes after Q&A session. All right. So the link is in the chat section. So let me see how many people have participated. So I can see total more than 390 plus people are actually on the masterclass. So let me just refresh and see how many people. So let's hit 350 guys. Let's register, because I want to give everybody's opportunity. So go fill it up, guys, and then I'll give you 1 or 2 minutes of time, and then definitely I'll just start this webinar without wasting any much time. All right, guys. So let me just share my screen and see how many people have participated actually. So I can see Anshuman Samewal was the last person who registered. And let's cross 300, guys, because I just don't want that you should miss it. Okay. Perfect. I'm just sharing my screen, guys. So what I am observing. So I am observing that we have 42 people registered. Anybody else who is left? We have more than 350 plus people. Don't miss this chance, guys. And let me see, 398. We are touching 400. Come on, guys. Let's just cross 300. I guess people are filling up, or maybe are you guys facing some problem? Because you need to answer all the questions, that what exactly your English level is, what exactly your qualification is. The better you will enter, the better easy for me. All right. All right, so I cannot see the numbers increasing. It means that there's some problem going on. So I just wanted to check with all of you that, are you facing any problem, guys? Are you facing any problem in filling the link? You can let me know, because now I have to start the webinar. So I just want that I am just making sure that everybody get a chance to participate over here. So you guys can tell me that if that link is working for you and if you are able to fill it up. For me, the link is working, as I can see. I don't know about you guys. Are you guys able to click on that? So Varsha is saying no. No problem. I did register. Can't see the name. No. Just a second. Let me see if the numbers are increasing. Now the numbers have started increasing. So guys, just cross 400 and let's just start this particular master class. So I can see the numbers are increasing. People are filling it up faster and faster and faster. That's really perfect. So what happens is generally people are some people get messed up. So I just don't want anybody to get missed. Sir, can you please check whether my registration was successful? My name is Akash Wilson. Definitely, I will check. The names are reflecting now because maybe due to the overload of traffic, it is coming late. So I'll just share my screen and you will see how the data is coming in my sheet. So I'm just sharing my sheet, the whole screen. You can see how the data is coming in my sheet. So, I guess, so it is 96. Anybody else who is left? I guess the entry is more than 300. So the data is coming slowly and steadily. All right. So the last person I can see is Shruti Kant. All right. All right. Perfect. So you can see how the numbers are increasing. It means that the data may be stuck somewhere. Now it is getting added over here. So you can see. So it means that sooner we are going to cross 300 for sure. So you guys, if you have any doubt, if you feel that there might be chances that your name is not reflecting, so you guys can fill it up. All right. I'll give you 2 more minutes of time, guys, and then I'll bring the guest speaker who is from Microsoft, and we're gonna start this particular masterclass. So I can see that we are sitting at 156. Again, the entry has stopped. All right. So keep filling up, guys. Okay. I'll keep pasting you the link for the entire webinar. So don't miss this particular chance because if you are listening, you can win this chance for sure. All right, guys. So the link is there in the chat section. My team will make sure that you are getting this link again and again. So fill it up. All right. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. So to all the people who are asking about the course prices and everything, so yes, this contest will give one premium course for free to one person, but other people who are interested in joining the job guarantee batch, there's a special offer going on that just because you are watching this particular webinar, so it is only for the webinar participant. So the price was 12,500 per month for 12 months, but now it is 7,490 rupees per month. That is for 12 months. You will getting straight away 40% of discount. And if you wanted to know more about this course, how it is job guaranteed, what exactly it is possible, and how logical it is, how legit it is. So I'm attaching a separate link as well. You can just fill it up. You will get a free counseling call. Try to ask too many questions, check your eligibility criteria. Are you eligible for this course or not? And also talk to the alumni, verify the documents, read the agreement, understand every single point, and then start taking decisions. All right. So that's the basic information for all of you who were just asking. Now coming to the main important part, what is Coding Invaders? So Coding Invaders is an edtech platform which actually helps people to switch from non-IT to IT as a successful data analyst. And we have more than probably like 22,000 learners all across the globe, and 100 plus company train their employee with us, which by default means that we have a strong network of hiring partner. We exactly know what is exactly trending in the market, and accordingly we keep on updating the modules so that our students should be industrial relevant and trendy enough so that they can crack the maximum job. And if you will see, more than 90% of the placement record we have. All right, perfect. Moving on now, guys, I just wanted to know from all of you the basic intention that you have. If you have joined this particular webinar, there must be some intention. So there's a poll on your screen. You can tap one option. If you are here just to listen without any goals or any motivation, you can click on number one. If you are looking to study and looking for a course specifically, then you can click on number two. And if you are already studying and wanted to expand your expertise or horizon, definitely you can click on number three. So I'll get my the clarity that what exactly the main motto of the audience. So as I can see on the screen very clearly that more than 66% people are actually looking to enter into IT and looking for the courses. The rest 28% people are already into IT. That's pretty good part. And 10% around people are like just sitting. So I'll make sure that every segment or every segment of you, like the people who are wanted to enter, people who are already into it, and people who are just sitting will get value out of it, because I'm going to cover everything from scratch to an advanced level, and we will be interacting directly with the guest speaker. Now, what you are going to learn in this particular masterclass, you will be going to learn that what is basically Microsoft Power BI. I'm sure that you are getting so many of suggestions on internet about data analysts, data scientists, and then you must be also hearing about different tools like Microsoft Power BI. Why it is so much discussed, and why data analysts are dependent on Power BI. What exactly the beautiful thing about Power BI, and why it is one of the high-paying tool, and what Power BI dashboard, and why every single business needs this dashboard. So you'll understand that also, and you will also understand how you can create in just 30 minutes as well. So isn't it interesting that you will be understanding what exactly it is and why people needs it, and you will also learn. And then I'll give you a shocking revelation that you are eligible for this much, you can earn this much just because of this particular skills, right? So I'll give you that idea as well, and you will be shocked to know that. So this is the basic thing that you will learn in this today's masterclass. To all the people, just to give you another reminder before I bring the guest to speaker, to all the people who joined lately, what exactly is you are observing on the screen is we started one contest 10 minutes back. If you want to participate in this contest, you can participate. The link is in the chat section, because whoever will fill this particular form just after Q&A session, that is just after 25 or 30 minutes, I'm going to share my screen and choose one random person and enroll him into a job guarantee batch of coding innovators of data analysts, which promises job guarantee, and that too for free. So don't miss this particular chance, guys. You can be the one winner, all right, without even investment. All right. So the link is there in the chat section. Go fill it up. I will keep on sharing this link so that you should not miss it. Also share with your friends if you want to win together. Moving on, please welcome our guest speaker, Shailja Mishra, who is from Microsoft. I know everybody is waiting for Shailja. Hi, Shailja. How are you?
Hey Amir, thanks for having me here again.
We are very happy to see you, because the audience are less interested in me and more interested in knowing that where is Shailja ma'am. So I will just shut my mouth and pass on this mic to you, so that you should just start by telling your whole introduction and everything.
Thanks, Amir. So yeah, my name is Shailja, and I'm working as a data scientist at Microsoft. So
Mhm.
that's a pretty small introduction about my current role. And if you want to, if I talk about my background, so I come from a small town of Uttar Pradesh. I did my schooling there. After then, I graduated as an engineer. I did graduation in BTech from a tier 2 college, that is Banastari Vidyapeeth. After which I joined Fractal Analytics, which is an AI ML based company, as a data engineer. And later I switched to data science role as a data scientist at Microsoft.
Perfect, perfect. So one thing is very clear, that you are from tier two college. You said that. So one biggest myth is clear, that it is not written somewhere that Microsoft people needs only IITians. People like
That's true. That's why.
yeah. So that's a good thing. I hope everybody is very happy to know that. Perfect. Now, just wanted to know one thing. You did engineering and you went into it. So did exactly your hard work came into the picture, or your engineering helped you to become a data analyst?
That's a good question there. So I did engineering in computer science, like I'm a graduate BTech in computer science. But basically, normally computer science graduate tend to go towards software engineering. So answering to your question, I don't think exactly I took that same path and same learnings and going into software engineering domain. I discovered this data domain when not many people were talking about that, learned,
Mhm.
and then transitioned my career into data.
Okay. So one thing just wanted to know. So in your whole, you said you are from computer science background. Must be people thinking out there that I'm not from a computer science background, so I may not reach it. So I'm just trying to justify one thing. So you have to just give me yes or no. So whatever the tools that you are using right now in a data or domain, let's suppose SQL. I know SQL is one of the subjects is there in our engineering, but the SQL we studied and the SQL that we are using, do we have that similarity, or it is a whole different thing?
I think it's a lot of different what we teach and what we study in colleges and what actually we are using as a tool in companies. The
Mhm.
practical implementation and the theory are quite different.
So one tool is very clear, that it is a separate kind of effort that you kept and upskill yourself. Number two, was the Power BI thing was there in your college in a whole subject or something like that?
Never heard of it even.
Okay, okay. And like R language, or like the other tools which is involved into this data domain, were those tool or whatever, even the topic which was mentioned in our courses in our curriculum, were they industrial relevant, or it was just very basic thing?
So in colleges, few colleges do have specialized courses for data science and machine learning now specifically, but
Now,
that's kind of a very theoretical and basic, just for the people to understand the concepts. Practical implementation is far away. Until you learn it separately or do hands-on, you're not actually aware of the tools that we use in industry, just theoretical knowledge.
so basically, like if I would be a student, if I will be in contact with my seniors who are already placed, then they can give me much relevant ideas how to crack it, because they are in the industry. So one thing is very clear, that our curriculum is not matching with what industrial need is. So guys, what I was
Correct.
trying to prove over here is I was trying to prove is that it is not important that you need to be from engineering background. Any which ways, you have to just complete your graduation and prepare yourself looking at the industrial trend, and that's how you will get. Okay, without wasting any much time, the most important thing that everybody is interested in knowing is what exactly this Power BI thing is, Microsoft Power BI thing is, because you better know you're from Microsoft only, and why every single company is specifically looking for it, and why data analysts are fully relying on it.
Okay. So, as you said, this Power BI is a dashboarding tool that is developed by Microsoft. So, when I say dashboarding tool, companies are using this tool for understanding the data, for
Mhm,
analysis, for creating dashboards. And that is why it plays a very important role and it works as a very important tool for data analysts. Because using such tools, dashboarding tools, they are able to derive hidden informations, hidden insights from the data.
mhm,
Nowadays everything is data. Okay, even from our online orders to our Swiggy orders to anything, these are
mhm,
all the data. So
mhm.
getting the insights from that data, these tools are very much helpful. That is why it is very important and everyone is talking about it.
So, it's like they collect all the data. So dashboard, you mean in a more basic way, if I'll say, it's like a pictorial presentation of the things which we are like collecting as data in our system. That what how much. Let's suppose if I have to compare Swiggy and Zomato order of pizza, then I can have a pictorial representation through Power BI that 78% more longer chart of Swiggy have and compared to something like this, right? So it is like basically a pictorial representation, a kind of pie chart or a bar graph sort of thing, right? Perfect, got it. So this thing is very clear, all right. So now the another thing, just wanted to understand how exactly we should create it and how tough it is. If you could elaborate a bit more.
Sure. So, as per my opinion, creating a Power BI dashboard is not that a big task, frankly. People might think that I'm from the same background, so I'm saying that thing. But I'll show you. I'll show everyone in next 30 minutes that you yourself will agree that how easy it is to create a dashboard from scratch. Basically, when we create a dashboard, when we create a report, or what you said, a pictorial representation, basically there are three steps to create that. First is your data needs to get imported into your Power BI system. Your data can come from different databases, into different Excels, can come from different web services. So all the different data that can come from different resources. First thing is you need to bring that data into the Power BI dashboard. Second is you need to create links between the data. And lastly, once your data is ready, you just need to add visuals on top of that data so that you don't have to visualize those rows and columns. Rather, you can see it in the form of bar chart, pie charts, and you can analyze the trends and the numbers.
Understood. And what about these?
Sure. So when we say dashboards, I have heard this question multiple times from multiple people that, ma'am, when I'm learning data analysis, what should I learn? Should I go towards financial learning? I should work as a sales analytics person. So this is for the people who have this question. Data analytics is a common skill that you need to learn. Similarly, when you're learning about dashboards, dashboards can be different pertaining to different needs. If it's a sales dashboard, it will tell what kind of product the company is selling and when and where are they selling. If it's a financial dashboard, they will be talking about profit, loss, revenue, and all of these details. If it's a marketing dashboard, it will talk about different campaigns and different client advertisements and all of these things. So there can be multiple different kind of dashboards. It depends upon the type of data and the type of use case you have. But eventually, on the ground level, dashboarding is a common skill through which you can generate different kinds of dashboard depending on different kind of data.
Understood. Got it. I get it. So can you just now please guide us and
Sure.
walk us through that how exactly we can do it in 30 minutes?
Sure. So I'll not waste any more time and I'll start my screen. Sorry, I'll share my
Sure, sure,
screen
sure.
and get started.
So, guys, Shailja is going to share the screen. So, you guys can comment down and let me know that if you guys can see the screen clearly. And if yes, then definitely we will start it. So, I'm just waiting for your comment, guys. If you guys can see her screen, because she's now going to teach you the Power BI in just 30 minutes. And you are going to learn it directly from the Microsoft people. Wow. So, guys, I'm waiting for your comment. Please let me know that if you guys can see the Shailja as a screen, and we can start definitely. So Aditya is saying it's visible. Prasoon is saying yes. Akhila, yes, 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 yes. Now we can start. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
sure. So first thing that comes into our mind before creating anything is how do we go ahead? How do we get that application to create? So that is why I've opened the website that is the official website of Microsoft Power BI. You can go to this website and download. If you see here, there is an option to download the Microsoft Power BI desktop application. So since I've already downloaded, so I'm not pressing the download button here, but this is how you can go ahead and directly download Microsoft Power BI desktop application. Once you download the application, this is what the Microsoft Power BI desktop application looks like. Now, you might be wondering that there are so many things on the screen. So just wait on, you'll be able to understand a lot of things. Just bear with me. Okay. So let's get started. Today I have taken a sample data set for you. Okay. So here we are dealing with financial data of a company. And if I'm someone who comes to you and show you this Excel, there are so many columns in this particular Excel and there are so many rows as well. And I come to you and ask you five different questions related to this data. You may or may not be able to answer such questions. Why? Because of people who are from technical background, they may be able to understand the different concepts of this Excel sheet, but it is not something very feasible to understand. And for the people who are from non-tech, this Excel sheet might be something they might not understand. Now, in the next 30 minutes, you'll see how such a complex, not very complex, but at least complex looking data, you can create visuals on top of such data, and you yourself will be able to answer those questions which you might not see in such data. Okay, so this is the data set we have. It is the financial report of a company that has different columns called segment, country, product, how many units sale, what was the sale value, when did that got sale, what was the profit, what was the year, month, and all of these data we have. Now, let me show you how we actually create a dashboard using the data set that I just showed you. Okay. Now, as you remember, I told you in order to create a dashboard, there are three steps. First is you have to bring the data into Power BI desktop. How do we bring the data? That should be the first question. Now, if you look onto the screen, there is an option called Get Data. If I click on it, and let me show you how advanced Microsoft Power BI tool is. Now, here you would see wherever your data is residing, it can be in the form of different files like Excel, JSON, it can be in different databases, it can be at different Power Platform tools, it can be at any cloud platform. Wherever your data is residing, you can directly connect and bring that data into Power BI desktop, and that too very easily. So that is one very essential and important feature of Microsoft Power BI. Now, this is how we bring the data. So this is what I wanted to show. In our case, our primary data source, which I just showed you, is lying in Excel. How do we bring that? If you see directly, there is a different icon called Excel workbook. I'll just click the data I want and I'll bring the data. That's it. So the first step of bringing the data into the Power BI desktop is done. Congratulations. Now, once you bring the data into Microsoft Power BI creates a preview of that data. Now, if you see here what it has done, this is the preview of the data that was residing in Excel. Now, you as a user have two options. First option is you directly click load and bring the data into the desktop. Second option is transform data. Let me show you what all we can do using transform data. When we say transform data, there might be a lot of situations where the data that is coming in, we might want to change a bit into that data before actually creating dashboard on top of it. Like for example, I'll just create some dummy changes. So here is my column segment, first column. I may want to go ahead and change the data type of this, I may want to change how it looks. Okay. So here there are a lot of options. 1 second. Okay, no worries. Okay, so there is another column unit sold. If the data type of this column is decimal number, I go ahead and change it to whole number. Now, I'll say replace the current column. So earlier, this column, which was of decimal type, now has changed to whole number. Similarly, I'll go again and see if it works now. Yeah, it's working. So now I say I want to change the type of this column to any different type, or maybe I want to transform it to uppercase. Now you would see all the values in this particular column has changed to uppercase. One thing to note here is all the changes that you do, these are coming one after the other here. You change the type, you change it to uppercase, all the applied steps come here. Similarly, Power BI gives you so many options to transform your data before actually bringing it into the desktop. Now, let me close and apply all the changes that I have made into the data. Now, with that changes, Power BI will now bring the data into Power BI desktop. Now it is just loading the data. Once the data gets loaded, we'll be able to see the data into this particular section. Okay, data got loaded. Now, earlier there was nothing here if you would have seen. Now in the data section, this is the whole data that got loaded. Now again, I'll show you one very good feature of Power BI. I told Power BI that my Excel is residing at this place, go to that place and load the data. I did not provided any other information, right? Now, one thing that you want to see here is these are the different columns that were there in my SQL, in my Excel. Same columns are here. But one thing to note here is in front of all the column names, there are a few symbols that have come in. What exactly are these symbols? So Power BI has automatically identified the data types of each of these columns. The columns with this symbol, summation symbol, are numerical columns. So all those columns which are of type numerical or having number values, they are now prefixed with this particular symbol. Now, date, this particular column is of type date type. That is why in front of it, calendar symbol is there. So this again is a very good feature of Power BI that it automatically identifies what are the different data types of each of the column of the data that you have just loaded. Now, in order to see is my data loaded correctly or not, let me go here and there is a section, right, that is called data view. If I click on it, you'll see that whole data that you were seeing in Excel now got loaded here in Power BI. Okay, so my first step is done. I have successfully imported the data into Power BI desktop. Now let's get started by creating our first dashboard. Now here you would see in the visualization tab, there are so many options. We can create bar chart, we can create pie chart, we can create tables, we can create different kind of visuals we want, we can create directly. And how we can create just by click, drag and drop. Now let me show you how to create a very simple visual. Now I want to create a bar chart. So this is the column chart that I want to create here. I just click on this. On clicking, this appears here. Now you would see there are so many options that are there. Basically, what we want here is what we want to put on the x-axis, we'll bring it here. Whatever we put on the y-axis, we'll bring it here. Now, let's say I want to bring the profit on y-axis and date on x-axis. What did I just do? I just dragged the particular column into this particular field. Now, let me expand it a bit so that it becomes easy to understand. Again, a very good feature of Power BI. You don't have to set alignment and all of that. Just click, drag, and drop. I took it from here, I placed it here. I can just place it anywhere in my overall report. Okay. Now, maybe I just don't want to see the day, I don't want to see the quarter. Okay. Now, what is this visual telling me? The Excel which I had was having profit of my company as per the year. On top of that data, I created a visual, which means the distribution of profit per year, per month of my company. I could clearly see if I hover over this that for 2013 September, 763K was my profit. While in June, it went on to 1 million. It again fell down in November and jumped up in December. All these information, how was I able to identify? Just by click, drag and drop. Now, let me show you so many other things that we can do on this visual. Now, here do you see there is another tab that is called Format Your Visual. Now, there is an x-axis. I may want to bold my x-axis. So here you would see whatever was there in the x-axis, it got bold out. Similarly, I can say title. I want to bold the title as well. So it has bold the title as well. So these kind of different things you can directly do on your visual, and that is very easy to implement. You just need to click and it will be on the fly affected directly. Now, there is a general tab also where maybe you want to say effects. Okay, I'll say background. I'll say my background should be light blue. Okay, this doesn't look good. Maybe I want to make it another color. So what my point here is, we can do so many modifications to our visual just by selecting a few properties, and it gets reflected on the fly. Let's say I want to add border, I want to add shadows. So here you will see now there is a border to my visual, and also there are shadows. So this is how we can directly create one visual just by selecting and drag drop the columns that we want. Now, let me show you another good feature. So in the whole 30 minutes, I'll be showing you how good Power BI is. Now, this is a visual I created. After that, I changed my mind, or my manager came to me and said, I don't want to see a bar chart. I want to see the profit per year, per month, but not in the form of a bar chart. Maybe I want to see in the form of a line chart. Now, I will go ahead, create a line chart again, fill in all of these details the way I did. No. Power BI gives me this authority that I select this visual, and then I go here and click on line chart. Automatically, it has converted the clustered column chart that you created into a line chart. Again, a very good feature. Similarly, now the trend that you were seeing in the form of bar chart, now you see in the form of a line chart. So this is how we created our first visual. We are progressing, guys. Now, let me create the second visual. And frankly, this is my favorite visual on any dashboard. Now, if I am a person, if I'm a manager of someone, let's assume, and I tell you that I want to see what has been my sales in different countries, in different states of India, let's say, then there is one option to tell the person that, okay, in this particular state this was the profit, in this particular state this was the profit. But how do we represent in the form of a dashboard? So in here you'll find an option called maps. So if I click on maps, okay, let me bring it here. Okay, so we can create map data as well. Now let me show you how. So in the location, I'll bring in the country column here. And in case of the bubble size, I'll say profit. Okay, let me zoom it a bit for you all to see what exactly happened here. Okay, now I am showing the profit that my company has made in terms of map data, so that people can directly understand. You can zoom in here, you can zoom out here, you can directly go here and see, okay, in Europe, there is a country called Germany where I have made this much profit. Now I'll go here and see in France, this was the profit. Okay, now in North America, in Canada, this was the profit. Similarly, you can hover over all the regions and see what was your profit. Rather than seeing it in the form of rows and columns, you can directly visualize it in the form of a map. Now, again, so many changes we can make on this particular visual. Now, let me show you how. I say I don't want to view like this. I want to view like this. Now it looks better, right? So you can do so many modifications in terms of style, in terms of view. Let me show you how more. Okay, so these are the map settings. Maybe I want to change the bubble size, category labels. If I on the category labels, the country that I was showing you, right, it gets on. I prefer to keep it off so that your visual don't become very clumsy. Okay, now again I can go here and I can say keep the visual border on and keep the shadow on. These two are my personal favorites. You would have known by now. Maybe I want to change the title of the visual. I don't want to say sum of, I just say profit by country. See, it got reflected here, profit by country. So this is how I created my second visual. Now, one thing that you would easily see here is it's very easy to create any visual. You just select the visual that you want to create, and then you drag and drop the fields that you want to fill in that visual with. Now, let me introduce you with a very useful and very handy visual of Power BI, that is slicer. So let's say I have a data from, in this case, I have a data from year 2013 to 2014. You would see here, right? 2013 to 2014. So I go and show this particular dashboard to my manager. They say, okay, I understand overall from 2013 to 2014, this was the trend of profits. But I don't want to see entire data. I just want to see 2013 data. Can you show me that? So your answer should be yes. How? There is an option called slicer. I'll click on it. So slicers can be used in order to slice the entire dashboard on a particular value. Understood? Now, let me show you. On the slicer, I'll put the year here. Okay. Now, just to change in the form how it looks, I'll say slicer settings to vertical list. Now in our data, we only have 2 years, 2013 and 2014. So both the years have come in here. Let me put it at the top and let me put it here somewhere. Okay. A bit below. Okay. So my question to you was, I only want to see 2013 data. I go here and I click 2013. It's done. On clicking 2013, all the visuals that are there on your dashboard get sliced, get filtered on the basis of your selection. I click 2013. Now this particular visual is only showing me 2013 data. Similarly, here also it is showing me 2013 data. If I click 2014, now it is showing me 2014 data. I can clearly see and answer a few questions that in 2014 France was the France was the country where my company was making the highest profit. While in 2013, Germany was the company where Germany was the country where my company was making highest profit. Similarly, we can see the trends. In October 2013, highest profit, while in 2014, we were having highest profit in December. Just by doing such filters, we can filter our whole, not only one, all the visuals that are there on the dashboard on the basis of a one value. That is the power and how important is this tool, Slicer. Okay, let me create a few more visuals. I'll go here and I'll create a clustered column chart. Now, I have understood what was the profit of my company. I have also understood what was the profit in terms of different countries. Now, since I own a company and I sell different products, I want to understand which are the products which are giving me highest profit and which are the products which are giving me lowest profit. So, what I'll do is I'll bring it here and I'll say profit is the x-axis, oh, it's the y-axis, and I have product on the x-axis. Okay, let me make it this big so that you can understand. Now, what we can see from this visual, I see my company has 6 different products. These are the 6 different products, okay, and this is the sum of profit. I can see this particular product, which is called Tasio, is giving me the highest profit, around 4 million, while this particular product, which is called Carrot, I know it sounds tough, it is giving me 1 million profit. So just by creating this particular visual using a bar chart, I can clearly see out of all the products, 6 products, what is the value, what is the profit value of each of these products. Now, let me show you something more interesting. Maybe I want to understand more details in terms of each in terms of each product. Now, let me show you how we can do that. Let me go here and bring segment here. Okay, this might look very clumsy here, but let me show you what it means. This is one product, this is different product. So I had 6 different products which I was seeing. Now, for each product, there are different segments in which it is getting sold. Now, for each product, I want to deep dive more and see which segment is giving me the highest profit. How can I know that? You can see here, right? So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different segments. These are color coded in different colors so that you can easily identify. So here you can see the orange color, which is the government segment, is giving me the highest profit for this particular product. Similarly, in this particular product, this segment, small business, is also very profitable for this particular product. So what I wanted to show here is we created one visual to understand what has been the profit for each of the product. 6 products, we can easily see which product is highest profit and which product is giving me the least profit. Now, for each product, I want to deep dive more and I want to see for each product which is the particular segment which is the most profitable. I can do that directly by just bringing one more column into this legend section of my visual. Now, again, it's time to do a different types of modifications in terms of beautification. So I'll go here and I'll say x-axis, make it bold. All of these labels become bold. Now I'll say y-axis, make all the title and the values bold. Here are the titles and here are the values. So everything got bold out. Now I'll just go ahead and say there are so many other options that I can try here. If I say data labels is on, all these value would come in on the data, but that becomes very clumsy, so I don't prefer that. So all these things we can do directly on our visual. In the general section, it's time to again use our favorite things. We set visual border to on and shadow as on. Okay. Now again, I may want to change the title also. I'll click here. Then I'll go to general. I'll set the title and I'll say profit. Up till now, I guess you guys are already understood how do we create a visual, how do we add columns to the visual, and how we can beautify our visual. Now, let me add another visual, very important visual, table. You might have this question that, ma'am, we moved from table to this dashboard only because we were not able to understand table. So why are we making table here? So let me show you. Sometimes we might want to visualize the data in the form of table. But here in Power BI, the table visual will have so many additional features also. Now I go here and I click on table. Okay. In the table, maybe I want to add product, how many units have been sold for each of the product, and what are the different segments in which it has sold. And here I can just do a bit of alignment left right so that it's visual, it's visible to everyone. Okay. Now, what do you see here? I added product, I added segment, and I added unit sold. Did I do the sum of units sold? No, I did not. But Power BI automatically did the sum of every unit of a product that has been sold for this particular combination. You can see here, right? Sum. I can say ascending order, I can say descending order. I can do a lot many things to understand this particular data. Similarly, here, if you go and see 1 second, let me see here. Okay. Here also, maybe I don't want to see sum, I want to see average. I can directly click average. Maybe I want to see maximum value. Maybe I want to see the count. So all these different features are available directly for any numerical column in order to create a table in Power BI. So this is how we can create a table. Now you remember, right, what we need to do. We just go here, we just say general, and we say effects, visual border on, shadow on. Okay, just aligning here and there so that my dashboard looks beautiful. Okay, and I'll keep it here. Okay, something is missing in my dashboard, don't you think? Yeah. If I go and show it to my manager that, okay, this is my dashboard, my manager will say, what is this? Is it a sales dashboard? It's a financial report, whatever it is. So here is an option to bring in a text box. Text box, directly we can just say, okay, this is my financial report. So maybe I want to add a heading to my dashboard. I'll say financial report. Let's bold it out, maybe align it, and also increase the size. So many things we can do just to add a text, normal text on my report. Okay, let me align it a bit. Mhm. And maybe I want to increase the size to 16. Okay. Okay. So now I have a complete dashboard ready in front of me. What do I see here? It is a financial report of my company, which is showing me what was the profit per country of my particular company, what was the profit per year and per month, how many products and segment was profitable and how much, along with that, how many units I have sold for each of the product and segment. So you remember, right? I told you, if I come here and if I show you this Excel and ask you 5 different questions, my question to you would be, which is the country which is giving me highest profit? Which is the month or which is the year in which I'm getting the highest profit? And somewhere similar questions. You have to do a lot of things in order to understand these numbers, these Excel. But I come here and I show you this, and I just provide you this dashboard and I ask you 5, not even 5, even if I ask you 10 questions, you would be easily able to answer any of those questions. That is the power of visualization, and that is where the tools like Power BI comes into picture. You saw, right, how easily we created this dashboard. Now we can just take this dashboard, save it, and once we save it, it gets saved in the form of .pbix file. That's the extension for Power BI dashboards. I can directly send that PBIX file to anyone. What the person has to do is The person will go here, it will say open report, and the person can open the report that I sent, and he or she will be able to view the same report in their Power BI desktop application. This is how you can easily share your particular dashboard to any person sitting anywhere in the world. Lastly, just want to show you here that if I remember, I told you if I filter, if I slice anything, my whole dashboard gets changed. I just want to show you how it will impact. Now, if I say 2014, all the visuals got changed. If I say 2013, all the data got changed. So this is the power of Power BI and the power of visual. Lastly, if you see here, there is a thing called page one. Similarly, we can create page two. Maybe we want to create page three. Suppose I want to create here financial dashboard. Here I want to create sales dashboard. Here I want to create marketing dashboard. So we can again have a lot of options to create different pages that can depict different features of a particular company in the form of different pages in the dashboard. So that's again a very good feature of Power BI. So this is how we can create a simple Power BI simple Power BI dashboard. I guess even less than 30 minutes, we were able to create this thing. Over to you, Amir.
So, guys, did you got anything out of it? Because I find it one of the most easiest way of explanation, and I got pretty good understanding about this whole dashboard in just 30 minutes exactly. It was quite very much interactive. Just wanted to know exactly if you have any questions or anything or any comments, feel free to drop because we would love to see that what exactly you guys are thinking right now and what exactly you guys have learned and it was genuinely helpful or not. So we are curious to know about it. So I can see the comments. So Shailja, you can see the comments have already started. So Rashmita, thank you so much. It was interesting. It was very useful. It was good as expected because the student genuinely loves your explanation because it's one of the easy and one of the best interactive way we get to understand the Power BI. The easiest way to learn. That's really nice. Thank you so much, ma'am. I understood clearly. Now the question from Khushbu is: can we see the pie chart or do not?
Yeah, we can create. Obviously, I could not create many things into a dashboard, but the way we created few visuals, we can add pie chart, donut, all the other visuals as well.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. So one thing is very clear. Now the most interesting, important thing we just wanted to know. This is like about Power BI. Now, can you just guide us more that what all exact tools we need to focus upon, and how exactly we need to learn those tools so that we can get the job?
Sure. So actually very important question because people think that data analytics is only about dashboarding, which is not true. In order to become a data analyst, you need to learn multiple different skills. First is you need to have understanding of a programming language. Python is the most preferred and known language that companies ask for. Second comes SQL. SQL, always I've said this thing, is the most important skill you have to learn if you have to go into data domain, like it said, bread and butter of data domain. Third is statistics. People get worried hearing this term statistics, but you need to have a very basic understanding of the concepts of statistics because those concepts you'll be using to visualize, understand, and identify the hidden information in the data. And lastly, a dashboarding tool, Power BI, the way I just explained. And on top of all these skills, you need to have proper projects and proper hands on in terms of real industry projects. Until you have that, all these theoretical understanding will not help you to land any job.
Understood. Understood. So one thing is there that's why it is very much important, and everybody emphasize on project-based learning, because I remember Selja that there was one guy who just randomly asked me that there are too many experienced people are there in the market. Why they would hire us if we are fresher or if we are switching? So the answer is very simple. To justify your worth, I guess that's why we need to do the projects and the case study so that we can add in our portfolio and justify that this is the way we can also do it, and this is what exactly we have been doing on a real time basis so that they find more relevant. So if I talk about the coding invaders, guys, you will be able to learn all this thing from scratch. More than 59% people are from non-IT background, and all the curriculums are industrial relevant. So it will totally make sense if you will invest your time and money over here. You will find a relevant skills. and all one-on-one mentorship is there, so that if you are feeling if you are an introvert, if you feel shy to ask the silly question, definitely you can ask with the help of one-on-one mentorship. Practical based learning is there, LMS involved, so that wherever, if you don't have a device, you can go wherever you can and study for 1.5 hours on a daily basis. As I said, project based learning is there. So, guys, now a quick reminder to all of you, just because Shailja is with us from Microsoft. So, on this particular, on her presence, we are organizing this free giveaway for a premium course of our data analytics. To all the people who don't know what exactly it is, just 30 minutes back, I announced this contest, and just after Q&A session, I'm going to share my screen and choose one person, and I'll be enrolling him into job guarantee batch. So you can also win this particular chance. The link is there in the chat section. Go fill it up and come back. All right. Moving on. So the most important questions. We studied the Power BI. We understood what tool it is. We also understood it is not that tough. Everything is there. Now, how exactly you grow your income, and how much money we can we can make out of it. If you could guide us step by step.
Sure. So in data domain, the starting packages you can expect around 8 to 10. I see the numbers that you have quoted are kind of very subtle, I would say. But entering into data domain as a data analyst, I would say an ideal package would be around this one. And once you go beyond that, ladder by ladder, like from junior to mid-level, associate, then senior level, then the salary gets exponentially increased. One thing to note here is I have seen a lot of people who bag even much higher offers than these, even at the starting of their career as a fresher. So that again, your how you went in the interview, how well you were able to prove your skills to the interviewer is a very important deciding factor on your pay range. But overall, these numbers are kind of very subtle in terms of what we can expect at different hierarchies of data analyst role.
So one thing is very clear, that it is right to say that getting 10 lakh packages nowadays is now a normal, if we are a swisher.
Yeah.
Is it normal? Okay. Perfect. Perfect. So it is doable thing, guys. All right. So I'll have some more questions. Definitely, I'll ask you. But I can see too many people have already a lot of question, that difference between Tableau Power BI. So guys, keep your questions with you, because just after a few minutes, we are moving towards the Q&A session. So I'll pick your question. I'll ask you a salary directly. So you'll get your answers. Okay. So we have got a clarity about the income. Now, how exactly we can find vacancies? Because see, what problem we face, Selja, that if suppose I'm in sales, so I always get sales recommendations, all the openings related to sales only. So if we are switching over here in the technical field and we are not from this circle, how exactly we can find the vacancies and get this thing done?
So, from my personal opinion, the first and foremost platform that I always suggest people is LinkedIn. Be active on LinkedIn, contact different recruiters, different people, and build your network. Along with that, you can set different alerts for all the openings at different companies, at different profiles, at different locations. So, leverage LinkedIn to its maximum in order to get any kind of offers from different companies. After that, there are different websites like Naukri, Indeed, Glassdoor, where again you can contact and you can create a profile and contact recruiters directly. Apart from that, a lot of people have this doubt that there are so many companies, which company do we apply for? So there are a few websites like Glassdoor where you can actually understand company in terms of what has been its culture, what the people think about that, what is the pay range, and all of these details, so
Mhm.
that your research becomes easier. So this is overall how you can attempt getting any kind of openings for different companies.
Understood, understood. And also, guys, if you want to save your time, we also have a career center. Why I'm telling you this? Number one reason is like, Shailja, it is true that big companies like Microsoft, there's no particular HR who is shortlisting the CV one by one, or nobody is going one by one on LinkedIn profile to see. I guess there's some screening going on automatically, and we call it as ATS, that is
ATS. Mhm.
applicant tracking system, where certain keywords, if they are matching in our CV or in our LinkedIn profile, then by default we come on the top, and then HR spot us and think about scheduling. Is this the right thing which I told right now? This is what is happening.
Yes, yes, that's how it happens.
So, guys, to know this particular hack, we should definitely consult with those person who is already doing it. If you will go to the Salja's profile, I'll ask my team to add the LinkedIn link of Salja. If you'll go to the Salja's profile, you will find everything well structured, everything is well maintained. If all the exact hot the keyword is available, which can make Shailja quite very much visible. If somebody is trying to search good data scientist from India, Shailja will be on top for sure. So these things you will definitely learn. That's what we have included in our course, so that as a student you should focus on studies, and then rest scheduling interviews, hunting for job. That's our job, because our job is to give you the maximum possible value, save your time, and get this thing done as soon as possible. All right. So how long does it take usually? If I'll just ask you an ideal time, Shaija, that how long does it take usually? Because we have grown up with the hopes after 12th that we will do engineering and we'll do big researches and MBA and everything, but there's still some or the other way we are not able to achieve it, and we end up investing more than 20-25 lakhs. Now it is getting more expensive. So the reality is, in the beginning of the webinar, I intentionally asked you a few things, that these were things were available in your curriculum or not. So probably you said yes, basic thing is there, but it's not industrial relevant. So somehow, if we could convince ourselves that we just do our normal formality of graduation and we can study the industrial relevant thing, we can achieve our goal, right? So just wanted to know from your end, just because you worked hard for it, so how long does it takes to become a data analyst after this engineering thing, or whenever you started preparing?
So, Amir, that's a very good point here. I would say there is a lot of myths that are there in the market that you need master's degree in order to get such roles. You have to study for like you have to be a PhD. You have to do a research for so many years. It is nothing like that. The important factor is you need to have that much of experience which is required. You need to have hands-on on those particular skills, and you can easily grab that. So for me, it was like I'm having 3 years of experience and I'm working as a data scientist at Microsoft. So that speaks for that.
Exactly. Totally agree with you. Totally agree with you. So, guys, it's very important that you should invest your money in the right place, and that's what we are doing. Like earlier, it was very much shocking to know that some kids are making money, but now these are the days where I'm observing it has become very normal that of say 14 or 15 or 16-year-old people are making money and creating a YouTube channels and guiding people who are 30 plus or 40 plus. So it is very normal, and it is and in the entire journey, Shalya, have you also observed any freshers, uh, or maybe any graduate guy whose internship is 60,000 rupees per month?
Many, many. There are many multiple examples of these.
Right? And and the strange part is, rest of the other people get salary and they are starting their stipend with 60,000 at the graduation. They haven't even completed the graduation. Guys, I'll give you one task if you're listening me very clearly. Just go, there's a platform called upwork.com and freelancer.com and fiverr.com. All right, make your profile and just write Power BI in that gig in the search option. You will see a bunch of company are ready to pay you 100 to $200 just to make this dashboard, which you learned it from free, that to from the Microsoft expert, right? So just check it out. All right, because what I'm trying to say is, if you will invest in learning this tool, you can start earning while learning. That's the beauty of this particular thing. All right, so you will get to know everything from the coding invaders, because that's what we do. If you have seen our guidance, you have got a clear idea that how exactly we are teaching one-on-one mentorship, and that's how we are very much confident that you will be able to get this thing done. All right, so now I'm moving toward a Q&A session. So before I start this Q&A session, I would like to give you a very clear reminder that this is the last reminder I'm giving you. If you haven't registered or participated in this contest, please try your luck. All right, don't feel so lazy. So if you have watched it till then please try your luck. The link is there in the chat section, because after Q&A session, I'll just share my screen and pick one person and enroll right in front of you in a job guarantee batch of data analytics, that too for free. Moving on. So let's get started, and I'm going to start this Q&A session. I'm just shortlisting some of the question. So I have a bunch of questions whose maximum doubt is like they are from a pharmaceutical background, they are from a commerce background, they are from a engineering background. They Some of them is from sales, some of them is from arts background. So I would not ask one by one. What is your main reply to those who are having different graduation specialization? What would you like to say? Because they are looking to know that can we become data analyst or scientist because we are from these backgrounds.
So my clear-cut answer to that is yes. And in support of that, I would like to say that there are, if you don't believe me, you can Google, you can do search on YouTube. There are hundreds of people with a lot of examples which can set you in terms of that mindset. There are a lot of people who have changed their domain entirely from
Mm,
non-technical to technical, maybe from like multiple different examples of coming into data domain. So the necessary thing to take care is you have to work on your skills. You have to have a good hands-on, and then you can crack it. Your background won't be a blocker. Your skills would be surely.
understood, understood. Now there is one person, Braj, is saying that I am already enrolled for data science. Do I need to enroll for DA as well?
See, lot of contents for a data science course and a data analytics course are quite similar, but again, these are two different fields in terms of specialization. For a data science course, you'll be specializing more towards machine learning and data science part. For a data analytics course, you'll work towards more of analytics. You'll work more towards dashboarding. You'll work towards more of Excel and Tableau and Power BI knowledge. So
Mhm.
there is where some difference comes in. So I'll leave up to you then.
Understood, understood, got it. Question from Surya is, Sir, is there any chances that AI can replace data analyst?
That's a good question, and that's the talk of the hour, I would say. But
Mhm.
again, this is when we say AI can replace jobs and AI can replace particular designations. Data engineering, data science, data analytics is somewhere very far still. I'm not
Mhm.
sure what is yet to happen in the future and what new technology will come in. But these are some things where only there is nothing like hard and fast rule that okay, learn this, do this. There are a lot of
Mhm.
different things that come into picture which AI are not trained yet.
All right, all right. I guess that AI always needs the right prompt, and AI needs to be updated every time. And to update it and to maintain it, we need a humans. And if you will add these skills in your CV, you will be paid more. I'll give you one example, guys. I was working in one London-based organization. They made a QA automation tool. They find bugs through AI of any website. All right. And what I observed is this particular tool is actually replacing a team of QA engineer, but on the other side, a good, highly qualified bunch of developers were involved in updating and maintaining that QA tool so that it stays up in the market, like because the customer needs keeps on changing, right? So definitely, on the one side, we are replacing some conventional role. On the other side, a developed peoples, cool skilled peoples are actually getting employed at the high packages. So for sure, you have to catch the trend. Question from Tushar: Power BI versus Tableau, which one is in more demand?
uh, I would say the most frequently asked question, Power BI versus Tableau. Features are somewhat very much similar when we talk about Power BI and Tableau. But if we are talking about the difference, the first and foremost difference is in terms of cost. Power BI is cheaper. Second is in terms of easeability. How easily we can create dashboard. I showed you right the drag and drop and all of these features. These are available in Power BI. So interactive, easy dashboard. If you're looking for that, Power BI is the best answer for that. Again, when we talk about this is how we create dashboard. There are a lot many other things that we do on Power BI. We can actually write queries on the data or using DAX expression. All of these are again functionality that are available in Power BI. So functionality wise, there is a lot of difference. Ease of use, go for Power BI.
Understood. Now, this is what you told with user perspective. Now, with the company perspective, which one is more in demand? Power BI
company
or
pers- Company perspective then depends upon the volume of the data, the type of the data you want, and what kind of need you is. It's a real time, it's is it batch. If in case of very high amount of data, people tend to go towards Tableau because that is supposed to handle large data sets. But when we talk about average or medium level of data sets, and in terms of different DAX queries that we might want to create on top of it, in these kinds of requirement, companies prefer to use Power BI.
so in a company like a Microsoft, what it has been used? Power BI.
Power BI is
So
Microsoft's tool.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So it means that we are like very, very rarely people must be using Tableau because if Microsoft is one of the big company, and if they are involved into Power BI, then I guess there's no use of getting so much confused about choosing the Tableau or Power BI.
Yeah, you can choose any. Like there are different cloud platforms available, right? People tend to go towards one, but it's not like the others are not in use. Similarly,
Okay. Question from Azuddin. Very simple question. How to get into Microsoft?
not that simple question. So that depends on the role you're targeting. First of all, I would say if you're targeting to enter into Microsoft as a particular role, say data engineer, data scientist, or data analytics, first of all, do a bit of research in terms of what are their expectations for a particular role, how many years of experience they are asking for, and then create your portfolio and your learning accordingly. Because that is not something which is common. I would say that okay, learn this thing and you can enter into Microsoft.
All right. Another question from N. Roshan is: Can we use Power BI analytics for machine learning modules?
Can you repeat the question?
Can we use Power BI data analytics for machine learning modules?
Normally we don't tend to use because there are a lot of many better libraries and tools available for machine learning. Power BI is normally kept only limited till analytics feature.
Okay, got it. And the last but not least, question from Pradeep. I am 50-year-old CS engineer. I'm now in the teaching field. Would it be good idea for me to switch into this? I guess you have a very relevant example, right?
Yeah.
So I would love to hear that again. Yes, please go ahead.
So, frankly, age normally is considered not a barrier, but I won't say things would be very easy for you considering you have a very good amount of experience in a different domain. But I have a few examples of people who are veterans who are coming from a very different domain, coming into good companies at good uh, or all these good designations. So yeah, you cannot say that okay, you cannot. There are a lot of people who have done that, but obviously things would be very much tougher for you considering many years of experience in a different domain.
And the usually the examples that you give, Shailja, you have somebody who is from maths teacher, right? If I'm not wrong.
Yeah,
Or,
there are two examples which I normally quote. There are people
Mhm.
around me. One is a veteran
Mhm.
who retired kind of and in middle and then decided to get into IT and with like a very big year of experience in a very different domain. And the other person is someone who was teacher. So he decided to because everyone was talking about data and he got interest into learning these things. He learned on his own and he practiced on his own and then he switched into this domain.
All right, got it. That's it from my side, and I hope everybody have got a pretty much good understanding. For all those people who are asking that there is a scope in pharmaceutical about data analytics, for those who are asking about financial sector, so I can correct me if I'm wrong, Selja. So I guess every profession needs analyst. It's just that the name changes. If you are from a sales background, what I personally feel, you can become a good business analyst too, because you have a good forecast idea that how much revenue you can generate because you are on the field. If you're a sales manager, you can be a good in that business analyst thing. If you are into HR also needs an analyst. Even if you're in chartered accountant profession, you that they also be need a data analyst. Everywhere we need in the pharmaceutical people, like if I'll give you a normal example, people who are selling the tablets medicines, they also maintain data. They also know that which one is getting sold more, and that's how they prepare their whole inventory. So everybody needs that. All right, so we can definitely start. So without wasting any much time, Salja, I know that it's already getting late. So before leaving, do you have any special message to all of them who are just hesitating to start, their career, and they are not able to take a decision, but they are somehow just sitting in their comfort zone or getting worried or getting insecure about career switch? What would be your message to them?
So I always say this thing, and I'll repeat that thing again. And that a lot of people I've seen, they are their own. I would say, don't reject yourself before actually getting rejected. Try to focus on the good parts, learn skills, have a good hands-on, then try, and then see whether you're able to make it or not. Don't go into these things that people are saying, no, you cannot make it because of age, gender, background, and all of these things.
And the live example is thus. So yes, thank you so much for this particular motivation and setting us a good example for all of us, and we are very much thankful that you joined us, and I would be very happy that if we will get to see you again and again in this master class of Power BI. All right.
Sure, sure. Thanks, Amit. Thank you for
Thank you
having me
so
here.
much, Ilja.
Bye.
Bye. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this particular masterclass, and I hope everybody has got a lot of value out of it. And I personally observed one thing, that it was one of the most easy way of explaining Power BI. So I hope you got the best value from a coding invaders. All right. Now I get. Now I'm very much. First of all, I wanted to say one thing, guys, that we were having more than at least more than 450 people in the beginning. Now we are only 200 people. So these people, you all who is watching me right now, I have a very much respect for all of you, because you are the only people who are actually serious about your career. That's why you stayed till this time, because people who are like very casual, they just left it. Now you guys have attended whole webinar, you attended the whole session, you saw all Power BI thing, you asked question, you were involved, you were engaged. Trust me guys, these are the symptoms which is clearly telling that definitely you're going to get a high paying job. All right. So that's a different part that I am promoting the coding invaders, but I'm telling you that as a person, if you are just waiting and you have heard all this session till the end, then I have a huge respect for all of you, because there's a no teacher at your place. There's nothing is there. You are just sitting with your, so definitely you will do it. And now, without wasting any more time, guys, um, I have to announce the winner also, right? Because I know everybody has filled this particular form, and let's see. Before leaving, I just want that everybody should know that we are going to announce the winner. And yes, to all the people who are asking about the prize, see, the winner will be one. The rest other can still buy this particular thing. So if you want to know about the price, we have 40% discount going on. All right. So whoever will not win still wanted to join, they can join with this pricing. Now let's come to the most important part and the main point, and that is announcing the winner who is going to win it for free. So the link is there in the chat section, and I would like to just give you 2 minutes more time to all you beautiful people. That if you haven't filled it yet, please fill it, because sometimes what happens, people miss this thing and they regret. So I will separately give you 2 minutes time. Just go use this particular link and fill it up, and just text me in the comment section that Amir, we are done. Now please announce. And then I will definitely share my screen and do it. All right. So I just don't want that anybody should miss it, because whoever will win it, trust me, guys, the lucky one will be enrolled into a job guarantee batch. He will be studying or she will be studying for free with an agreement. And you have to, when I say job guarantee agreement, what exactly it is there in the agreement, let me tell you, let me explain you. It is not something that, what people generally think is, oh, I paid the money, all right, and I got a job guarantee agreement, a proper written agreement. Now they become careless, they become casual. Now this now how it agreement works. Agreement has certain clause that you have to study this much time, you have to at least give 1.5 hours on a daily basis, you have to complete these assignments and modules on time, you have to pass these things anyhow. If you will not pass, you have to keep on trying till the time you pass. Even after setting up so much criteria, if you passed everything, which is not tough, if you passed everything, still you are not getting placed, we refund 100% money. That's the clause. And if you're just enrolled and you're not studying and sitting with your agreement, then you are not actually into the agreement actually. So there's a certain clause that you need to follow. So yes, that's the meaning of agreement, guys. Because I try my best to give you a right example, so that nobody should live in the false hope. It's my responsibility to make it very clear. I hope it was helpful that what exactly is there in the agreement, right? Because कोई कैसे कोई इतना promise कर सकता है? It's very simple, guys. It's very simple. All right, so I guess people are saying that Varsha is saying, Amir, I'm done. Please announce. Akila, I'm done. We are done, sir. Please reveal it, sir. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Moving on, let me see how many people have registered. All right, all right, all right. So I can see 326 people have registered. I can see still the numbers are coming up. So I can still see the direct message coming in my inbox. Guys, to all the people who wanted to understand about this course, let me give you a small example explanation. You will get a one-on-one mentorship, fast-track job search, exclusive career packages, and the job guarantee. Here's a screenshot of our students who are attending the group calls with industrial expert, and you can see one-on-one mentorship is there. So these are the mentors who are there in our coding invaders. You will get a top mentors who are directors actually into data industry, 7 days week access in a chat. If you're introvert, you can chat also. You'll get 7 days access, unlimited video call. If you will, let's imagine that you just missed any classes, you have unlimited video call option. Just call it, talk to them, understand the whole thing, get this thing. So everything is personalized. If you're a person who believes in live sessions, so live session is there, group webinars is there to check the reality check, group projects, modules, exams, interactive webinars, Q&A session, group project. Every single thing is there. Is just that you need to be consistent enough to do it, motivated enough to do it. If you will see, I cannot see the words written on the slide, but I can tell you these are the tools they mentioned: SQL, Power BI, statistic, Google Sheet, Python, and career development. That's all you need to get this thing done. You don't need to learn 15 to 20 tools. All right. So let's not waste time. I know you are getting angry, and so sorry for making the you guys wait. All right, but okay. Tushar Priyadarshini is saying that is it possible to learn just Python from you? No, it's a whole course. I cannot separately give you Python for it. It's a whole sort of a course, right, which focuses only on the data analyst and data scientist. All right, so let's get started. Let me see how many people have registered. I'm sharing, guys, my screen. Okay, stay here. I'm sharing my screen. Mm. Guys, stay here. I'm sharing my screen. Perfect. Can you guys see my screen? Can you guys see my screen? Guys, let me know if you guys can see my screen. Azruddin is saying no, 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 yes, yes, no, 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 no. I can see yes. Now I'll just open my Excel sheet. Let me see how many people have registered. Guys, if you haven't filled it yet, please fill it, because now I have to announce I don't have any other things to do. So the last person who registered is Roshni. How to pronounce? Roshni Kuryan. All right. So I use this particular website, guys. This website actually helps me to choose the right, not right, it's a random number. Let's suppose if I have 500 people who have participated, so I'll write 500 and I'll choose one so that I can get one person to win it, and I'll click over here. This is just an example, guys. So let's suppose 26. 26 will be the winner. So if I'll suppose 678 people have participated, I have to find one lucky winner out of it. Then I'll do one more thing. I'll get a random digits like this. Okay. 564. Let's suppose. Can you guys give me a random number so that I can show you that this is something which is very random thing which I'm using? Do you have any other digits where if you want to see, I can see and give you? Because what happens whenever we announce the winner, they generally feel that somebody is from our end who have actually pre-planned. So if you guys want any numbers, wanted to check, I can put that number. You'll get to see also. All right. So number K Mahendra Kumar is saying 342. Okay, let's check 342. 342, and if you have to choose 342, 29. So it is every time random. Okay, now I can see 334 people is there. All right, so I'm locking it over here. Okay, so I'll just start the countdown, guys. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The last person is 334. I'm entering the number 334. 334. Perfect. All right, guys, let's get started. Let's see who is winner. And the winner is 107. The person who is sitting at 107 is the winner of this particular contest from the free masterclass, which is organized by Coding Invaders in a support of our course of Data Analyst with Promises Job Guarantee. That particular person is going to get enrolled today right in front of you. What exactly going to happen? That person is going to get enrolled only if our counselor will call, and then they will check the eligibility criteria, and then if he is eligible, then he will be enrolled in the job guarantee batch, that too for free. And just after 6 months, after completing the 1500 plus assignments and a one-on-one mentorship with the top directors, he or she will be eligible for high paying interviews, and we will be continuously scheduling interviews till the time we get placed. So the 100% job guarantee is involved over here. Let's see who is this particular lucky person. 107. Spot guys. And I can see Emil George 2016. You are the winner of this particular contest. If you're here, if you can see me well, congratulations, Emil. If you're here, if you're watching me right now, say hi in the chat section because you are enrolled for a job guarantee batch of a coding invaders for a data analytics 6.5 months course, which includes a career development as well, and the whole modules from scratch to an employment, even if you are from. Emil is here. Emil is here. So guys, if you want to talk to Emil, you can talk. If you want to reach out to Emil, you can reach out. If you can, if you want to cross verify, you can cross verify. Emil is here. So Emil, first of all, very much congratulations. You are the winner of this particular contest. And just half an hour, you're going to get a call from our academic counselor. Please pick it up. I hope you have entered the right email ID and the number. If you will not pick it up, we will try once again tomorrow morning also. All right. So very much congratulations. And thank you for attending this particular till the end. I also have some points for all of you to know that whoever is wanting to join this course with ML, because only one person is a winner, the rest other is still eligible for a job guarantee batch. You are getting 40% discount. You can get 7,490 rupees per month for 12 months and get a job guarantee batch with ML and start achieving your dream. All right. And it is valid for only 24 hours. EMI programs are there. You can make 7,000 into much lesser amount by increasing the EMI tenure. And as I told you, you will start earning while learning. So the tools which I mentioned, SQL, Power BI, Google Sheet, and all the statistics, trust me guys, just go on upwork.com, just go on freelancers.com, just go on all these platforms where the freelancers are there. Just write those tools and see how much come. 100, 200, 300, $500 people are paying for a particular hour to make a dashboard. So if you are dedicated person, if you are a motivated person, the money that you will put it to learn the skills, you will get it back within 2 months. It's as simple as that. The person should be motivated enough. That's all right. So EMI things are there. Everything is there. So we have the options available, and I have a referral program also. If you want to earn money, then if you want to make code price zero, then there is a hack behind it. I am attaching a separate secret link of referral. You can save it. If you know somebody who is in the need, if you feel that you may not be able to afford it, or if you feel that you don't need it, but if you feel that somebody else needs it, share with them. That particular person will get 5,000 rupees discount in our course, and you, whoever will share it, will get 5,000 rupees cash bonus directly. So if you will share to 10 people, you can make 50,000. If you share 20 people, you can make at least lakh. And I have seen one guy who enrolled, I guess, 7 8 months back, and he actually helped 20 people. He made his course price zero. On the top of it, he got more cash bonus, and other friends got 5,000 rupees discount. So it's a knowledge thing, it's an education. So the more you will share, the more wise you will become, right? So now you can analyze how much your network is, because your network is your net worth. And to all you beautiful people asking for a certificate, I have a very small request to all of you, that if you want certificate for attending this masterclass, I am attaching a separate Facebook and Google link, and I am requesting you that if you actually liked this particular webinar, please drop your honest review, what exactly you liked, and take a screenshot of your review. And if you will see the email address on that particular screen, info@codinginvaders.com, you can just take a screenshot of this particular slide. All right, just link is there in the chat section. Click it, enter your honest review, take a screenshot and mail it at info@codinginvaders.com, and we will be sending you the certificate via email in 1 to 3 days. As simple as that. So you can take a screenshot so that you should not be confused with your steps. All right. And yes, to all the people who joined me and are still watching me, I'm highly thankful that you have spent your evening with us. And I hope I brought maximum value to all of you. And I'll see you in the next webinar. Meanwhile, if you want to interact with me, talk to me. If you have some more question left which you haven't asked and wanted to talk to me directly, I am attaching my Instagram link. You can definitely reach out to me. Text me. I would love to help you all. All right. Meanwhile, stay safe and take care and keep hustling and take a better decision for your career and start taking actions. And see you in the next webinar.